Hello, everyone. We're about ready to get underway. Mike Zuglin will be making the announcement shortly, and I have no doubt you will hear him.
First match of our Turning Stone Classic 22. Here we go.
Yes, we do.
These two players right here out of Canada, Dan Hewitt and Martin Daigle, two sharpshooters.
See, I pronounced that Daigle.
Daigle is the right pronunciation.
Oh,
Yes.
Just like Josh instead of Josh.
Just like Josh instead of Josh. That's me. In any case, you'll be hearing some more humor out of Mr. Forsythe as we proceed with this great event. Welcome aboard, everybody. And it's a pleasure to have everybody there in the chat.
The Josh Tour. Josh who? What's his last name?
Josh, and his last name is Josh. Just like Jason Shore, down by the shore.
Yeah, Jason Shore. I love that.
And I had Jason Shore in the booth, and I said, how do you pronounce your last name? He said Shar. So it's Shar. I have a friend down in New York City who happens to be in the chat every time Jason's playing, and he's always making fun of the way I pronounce his name. All right, let's listen into Mr. Zuglin.
We will have two stops at Salt City this season on our Just Northeast 9-Ball Tour. One in November, the 1st and 2nd, and one next year in April 11th and 12th at Salt City. We have out of Salt City, Steve Stotler. Good luck. You can go ahead and start your match at your table, players. Okay, we have a gentleman here from Clearwater, Florida. He's one of the top players in the U.S., even though he's got a day job.
And you're in the set. She says, poor Al. Hey, I'm far from perfect, and I'll be the first one online to admit it.
You folks will be saying poor Al as long as I'm in the booth, I promise you.
Multiple tournaments on our Just Northeast 9-Ball Tour. He plays out of the Golden Q. He has a high run of 127 balls. By the way, we will have the Northeast 9-Ball.
And by the way, all matches are being recorded and will be uploaded to YouTube at a later time.
We welcome Bob Cunningham. Good luck. Okay, table 4 from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania. He's a regular here at Turning Stone. We welcome back Rob Hart.
Do you think you'll start loading those next week sometime?
Hopefully. I got to get on the road and get to, I got to get to a match.
Where are you going? You don't know where you're going, or?
I do.
Oh, you do? Well, just keep us in suspense.
I'm trying not to. I'll be heading here to Akron, Ohio.
Oh, wow.
Earl Strickland versus John Moore. It's a 3-night event. They're playing for $3,000 winner take all. And that's going to be a free live stream October 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. So AZB TV and AZ Billiards will be heading out that way.
Is that going to be short rack banks, or full 15-ball racks? Do you know?
I am not, the principles I'm not up to date on. I will let everybody know as I get all the info. In fact, the gentleman running this whole event, his name is Chad Bowling, and he owns this company right here called the Kings of Vapor. And if you notice, the name of the room is Kings of Billiards. It was formerly Crown Billiards in Ohio. So that's coming up.
He's a winner on our Just Northeast 9-Ball Tour a couple of times. He's sponsored by Sam Syracuse. He's also a multiple Vermont State champion, Dave Fernandez. On 7 from Massapequa Park, New York. He's become a regular here at Turning Stone now. He plays out of Mr. Q Billiards in Lindenhurst, New York. Rich Land. His opponent, also another gentleman.
My goodness.
Quite a few of these.
Did you see that shot?
No, I can't hear it.
He cut the hair off the edge of the ball.
There's the gentleman making all the racket, Mr. Mike Zuglin, running this whole event.
Down here on the live stream table, This is a free live stream, and you can just tell someone if you want to watch this on the internet, just go on azbilliards.com and you can access this for free live on the internet. And you know they're looking at me. I know they drove down here together, I believe, but that's the luck of the draw. From Montreal, or was it Chicago or Montreal? Montreal, okay, we'll go with Montreal. He's a multiple winner on our Josh Northeast 9-ball tour. He's won major tournaments in his career. Actually, he won one of the biggest tournaments, I believe, they had in Atlantic City a few years back. Danny Hewitt and his opponent, not to take away from him, he's an up-and-coming player. I just met him a couple of years ago, and since then he's had many high finishes on my tour. He's a recent Limestone City Open champ. He's a Molson Cup finalist. He's also from Canada. Okay. I was trying to get a French lesson, but
Yeah.
okay. From Quebec City, Martin Daigle. Good luck, guys.
Okay, so we get our match underway.
We have Saratoga, New York. Saratoga, New York. We have a regular on our
Okay, both players lagging for the break. Dan Hewitt on your right side of your monitor and Martin Daigle
Daigle, yeah.
on the left.
You want to predict a final score?
Ooh, Hill. Opening match, Hill. And people in the chat that know when we're streaming, baby, the Hill matches
They all do go to Hill.
are the ingredients.
Pick a winner.
Ooh, this is tough. I'm going to say Dan Hewitt.
I'm going with Hewitt too, so that means Daigle wins.
I'm not. I was wrong many a time. Take your screenshots, folks, right now, if you may, and please share the information on all social medias. We appreciate it. And I don't like to say we monitor it, myself, but as I do the post, I do see numerous people that do share the information. So I do appreciate it, and I usually thank everybody for sharing it. Please go to AZ Billiards, make a post on the AZ Billiards live stream as we're getting underway. And Martin says, let's do it. Race to 9. Watch this guy, Jerry. If you haven't seen him in a while, Bandit, he tuned his breakup. All right, the 1 ball finds a side pocket. And
Watch out, the cue ball. Ooh. Well, he made the 1 and the 2, and he's got a real tester on that 3 ball. I don't think it's got a pocket anywhere.
Now he's got the firepower, sort of like a Mike DeShane. If there's an open pocket, he's going to find it.
I think what he's going to do is put Mr. Hewitt in jail. Tie him up.
You can see they're playing on the diamond tables, 4.5-inch pockets.
Yeah.
One of our tournaments, only one last season, or this past season.
You can put the 3 behind the 5. Yep.
Fourth. Yeah, great
Nope,
tournament.
he tried, but he's left a gap.
Has a lot of high finishes on our tour.
This is not a guy you want to leave a gap for. Early days in the match. Arm still a little bit clumsy.
On August 1st in Buffalo, in 2000, this year, he won the AAA National Arm Wrestling Championship. Right there.
Dan's looking for a 2-way shot where if he misses it, he comes up safe. Let's see if he manages that.
He might be cutting this right down the rail. No, he's
Nice.
playing it safe.
That's good. Smart shot.
Congratulations, by the way. All right, up here at table number 13, 2014 Tri-State Tour Player of the Year, Devil Dave Ascalise, right there, Devil, the Devil.
And we'd like to say a big hello to Allison Fisher of NYC Grind, who's now in the chat.
Hey, Allison, how you doing?
Jerry Crow.
Jerry Forsythe in the booth alongside us there, Allison.
Wish you were here.
Saturday, I believe. No, Allison is actually going home to Wisconsin, and we wish her a safe trip. She's going back to see the family. And
Remember, we like cheese.
yeah, we'll miss you, that's for sure. But she'll be working from there, and knowing her.
Oh, yeah.
This is his first time here. We welcome Frank Peters. All right. His opponent, we enjoy having her here.
Mike Suglin has 2 more tables to announce, and then
Yeah, it'll get a lot less noisy in here.
yeah.
Well, Martin has quite a challenge here. He's going to be kicking. And,
Well, he's got to kick it with just the speed, just to kick the 3 ball, hopefully past the 5. That's where he's looking, and leave the cue ball down here. Now, the deflection off the bottom of this 3 ball next to that corner is very, very important at this point. If you hit it too square, you're going to drop right into that corner pocket.
and you don't want to do that.
No, absolutely not. He might be going 2 rails, kicking it back out.
We welcome out of East Ridge Billiards in Rochester, Corey Payne. And his opponent, another gentleman from Rochester. But you guys didn't drive down together, do you?
Just past the 5. It's a beautiful shot. He's got the 7 if the 3 can roll enough.
I don't think he's going to get there. And this is a shot that Hewitt has in his catalog, but can he get to the 4 ball afterward?
Well,
4 is in a nasty little nest between the 5 and the 9.
absolutely. It looks like he might have to come down below the 4 to shoot the 4 either in the upper right-hand corner or possibly play that little tiny window to shoot the 4 in the bottom left-hand corner.
Boy, he's got to make the cue ball do a lot of work here.
Jordan.
He's played it smart. Just played it safe instead. Played it smart.
Good shot.
That's a great shot. This is a hard ball to hit because of where the 8 ball sits.
And ladies and gentlemen and players, please remember to turn the ringers off on your cell phones.
Oh, yeah, cell phones.
As Mr. Forsythe reaches in his pocket.
Yeah.
and I reach up for mine.
How many times have I had this thing go off? There we go. Good to go.
Yes, we're up to 336 viewers. Guys, please share it. I know we're going to pump over 14,000. Let's do it. Thank you, Anya, for sharing all that information.
Well, let's see how Martin does here. Looks like he's got a bead on hitting it 3 rails. He does.
Kicked it good.
Kicked it real good. And he's got to come up behind the 8.
That 8 ball is huge right there.
Oh,
Yeah.
he needs to go play the lottery.
Well, don't have to go too far. We are in a casino.
that's
I'm
true.
sure they have it here.
That's true.
All right, just kick the 3 into the whole pack down there to cause some kind of havoc. That's what he's going to do. Wow, this is a match here.
I love safety.
Now we're playing 9 ball. This carom looks like it's close.
Does it go past the 4? Does that 9 pass the 4?
Yeah,
You think so?
yeah. Now the whole thing here is to play the 3 ball. This is not a call shot rule. So he can actually just play the 3 ball if he can play it. I mean, it looks like the 3 is below the 9, so it'll be close.
Yeah, I think he's going to have to get, either goes for that carom or he goes for the 3. I don't think he can go for both, but we'll see.
And there he is down there like Mr. Tiger Woods.
But if he goes for the carom, he's really got to worry about where that cue ball and 3 ball wind up if he misses.
He's looking at that 9.
I don't blame him. It's an ugly table. Get rid of it if you can. It's the 3, 4, 5, and 6 are just misery. Of course, he could clear that out now. Play the 3 and clear that cluster out. Nope.
Yeah, he had us all fooled, and it's a smart shot.
Yeah. Martin's been around. He's paid his dues.
This is a basic 2-rail kick, getting the bottom of the 3 ball and leaving the cue ball down table and sending the 3 up.
Yeah, leave the cue ball behind these colors down here.
Yeah.
Speed is so important, though. You could leak out from behind that and leave him an open shot. Oh, dear. He didn't get where he wanted to get, but
Martin's going for this.
yeah, he'll go for this, especially if the 4 ball will go in our lower left corner. And he's looking at that. Apparently it does, because he came up with a satisfied look on his face. Yeah, if he makes this 3 and gets on the 4, he'll be out. But this is a tester, obviously. Oh. And did he get on the 4? I'm just curious.
He had the shot.
Yeah, I think he did. I think he had the shot. He's going to go in the other corner with that 4-ball, and he's got a really thin window, and he just shook his head like maybe he didn't get there. Oh, nicely done.
These two guys can take the paint off a ball if the shot is any possibility.
They are cutters. They are real cutters.
One rail back up, played a 6 into the side pocket. Basic from here. Not even a rail, just drew it back.
Wants to keep it off that head rail. Oh, he's in good shape now.
Down table, back up towards the middle of the table, with a 7 in the bottom right-hand corner.
Seven ball goes in the corner. He's coming right back to the middle of the table for the 8. And Danny Hewitt takes our first rack, leads the match over Martin Daigle, 1-0. It's a race to 9.
Yeah, we're going to 9. There's a lot of pool ahead of us.
Oh, yeah.
How about these two guys stepping up to the plate? The TAP League, the best amateur league in North America, and Simonis Cloth, the world's largest supplier of cloth, probably the world's largest supplier of pool balls, Aramith.
No doubt.
Coming together.
Yeah, it's good to have those under one roof now.
Absolutely. Guys, go over there. You can elect to go over to Simonis.com and SimonisCloth.com.
Martin putting the rack together for Don. And
Mr. Marty Herman, what are you doing, sir? In the chat there.
hey, Marty.
Welcome aboard. Jerry Forsythe, upstate out in the booth. Thank you for sharing the information there, Marty.
Haven't seen you around lately, Marty. You got to get out of Boston sometime.
He will. Well, actually, he was. He was down at Carom Cafe. He was watching the world champion three-cushion tournament, yes.
Oh, yeah. Well, Marty loves three-cushion. Plays the game rather well as well.
Yes. Well, after Martin got that rack finally settled, he tapped it. The rack, and he's got a re-rack.
He hit it with the rack on the way
This is the early jitters, I guess, Jerry.
Oh, man. We all do that.
Mr. Mark Cantrell, if you're having any kind of problems with the video buffering or anything like that, try clearing your cache and everything. It should be running like ice. On this side, it's running like ice. Anya, anybody out there, give me a little information. Thanks for the stream. Okay, fantastic. Okay, let's watch this. Game 2. Dan Hewitt leads here.
You had a ball go down, but that one ball is not being friendly.
Over 400 viewers and rising. Well, let's get everybody out of bed. We're going to have to come up with a virtual alarm clock where we can turn everybody's computer on and put our own links in there. Because the more on board, the better it is. Just to give you an idea what I'm trying to do, in fact, Julie Hara happens to be here on premises. That's another young lady that's here. We're trying to expand into China. We have a couple of connections out there, AZ Billiards does, and we have a young lady out there, Allison Chang,
Oh, yes. Allison does a great job.
And something about Allison's,
We have enough of them, don't we?
they work. So if you happen to meet a young lady and her name is Allison, marry her. She's good. No, but all joking aside, Allison's been doing a lot there, Allison Chang there, and what she's been doing is taking a lot of the information and translating our posters into Chinese.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I believe it's 147.com is the website they're using out there.
It's either my147.com
right,
or
that's it.
top147.com.
One of those two.
I don't remember. But
If you've got Allison Chang on your Facebook, definitely follow her. She's spreading the word, and I think the more publicity and the more viewership that we have and the support. Well, let's face it, worldwide of sports, you name it, ESPN. We got to pull back on the map. I think we're on a graph. We're climbing up right now.
And I assume you know why it's called 147.
I would imagine it has to do with snooker at one point.
It's the highest score you can make in snooker.
Okay, so the stream is good. Thank you. And that's due partially to the Turning Stone for...
Yeah, we've got plenty of bandwidth here.
Oh, yeah.
Although in your home you may not have the bandwidth that we have.
Right. Well, we could pump this. We could pump the stream up as far as pushing that data out to you guys. But some people do have older computers.
Right.
And we don't want to get them into the buffering mode. So we find a happy medium. And that's why it's the quality it is. But it's a team effort. It's a team effort. That's guaranteed. As Martin says, we're two Canadians, but we're not on the same team. I'm taking you out. As Dan Hewitt leads by one. And you could see Martin Daigle, when he starts to get warm, he came up to one of the snookers events and played in, I believe he came in second or third.
He may have a problem here being on the rail.
In the Ocean State Championships.
Let's see what he can do with this shot.
Well, he can go to rail first. All he has to do is come out two rails and wind up on the left side of this 9-ball. He's going to have to, he's going to accept the long shot.
Yeah, because he was straight. He didn't have any
He was too
angle.
straight. He's not happy with himself whatsoever, and I don't blame him. It's very hard to cheat these 4.5-inch pockets on these diamonds.
We've got to be careful not to move because we're right in his line of sight.
Yeah. Well, what's that red dot you got on your forehead? Right?
Yeah.
Don't move.
That flashing red light. Shot. We're tied at 1. What a shot. And he put his soul into that one.
Yeah, like I said in the very beginning, he's got the firepower on those long shots like Mike DeShane does. Anybody familiar with Mike DeShane?
Nah, never heard the name.
Yeah, well, I'm sure you've seen him around.
Yeah.
It's a little young fella, fires them in from that distance. We'd like to give a big shout out to Mr. Larry Ross. We know you're viewing out there in the viewing audience, and Steinway Billiards and the whole crew. Oh, I was talking about the Ocean State where Mark Daigle came in second. And I'll give you a little bit of more information on that as we proceed, because Martin doesn't want me to post any kind of ads when he's shooting. He says, when Danny's shooting, you can shock him all you want.
Watch out, Q-Ball.
Yeah. All right, talking about the Ocean State, AZB TV will be moving into Providence, Rhode Island, November 15th and 16th for the Ocean State 9-Ball Championships. That's a combination with the Josh Tour that we're handling right now. And that's a banner event, $5,000 added. Mr. Steve Goulding and Regina Goulding up there, the owners. Put that on your calendar.
Well, that should be a nice working safe. Not sure if he's got the edge of this 1 ball or not. If he does, he can send a 9-ball somewhere, but a little early in the rack to be taking a risk. Well, he's going to be, apparently he does have a gap. He's not going to be kicking.
You want to get the 1 ball moving around the 8 and back up table. Spin off the 9 to the rail and try to hide behind the 4. Yeah, well, he did it even better. The 7 ball's now the size of a dump truck. And there you have a shot of it right down the line.
Looks like he's got to spin it just a little bit to make contact.
Behind the 5 will get you in the hole. Watch it.
Well, this is cueing over a pocket.
And I don't believe the 1 has a pocket, unless he's going to cut it into the side pocket.
You don't think it'll go past the 7 into the corner?
Well, if it does, he's going to shoot at it. He's a shot maker, long distance. He works for AT&T. No pocket, smart shot. And leaked out just enough where Danny can see the whole 1 ball.
Oh, yeah, Danny's got this shot. Martin knows it.
Spin around the 5, come back out for the 2 in the upper left-hand corner.
Oh, my.
Ooh, okay, it's acceptable early in the match. Actually, if they do want to check the brackets, they can actually go to the front page of azbilliards.com, and
Yes.
there'll be a link there where you can follow the link, and you can.
If you go to the scoring page, which is the live scoring page that shows all the tables, right at the bottom of that page, there's a link to the brackets. You just click on it. There you go. And you can have one open in one screen, one in the other, and then the video in another screen.
There you go, azbilliards.com. Live scoring, and at the bottom you'll see a link for the brackets. Click it, and you can see all the names and the brackets right there. Doesn't get any better than that. And believe me, what a pleasure it is to have that, because what I usually do is snap pictures of the brackets, put them online, and to have Mike Hewitt and Jerry Forsythe here handling that, believe me, that's not only a pleasure, it's an honor, because it doesn't get any better. And I'm not saying that because Jerry's here.
Yeah, he is.
I wouldn't say anything about him if he wasn't here. All right, kick the 1. Looks like Martin is going to take the lead here. It's tied now, right now, at 1 apiece.
Just a little cleanup left to do in this rack. And Daigle takes it, leads 2-1.
There you have it, folks. azbilliards.com if you want to find that live scoring. Upper left-hand corner, azbilliards.com. Follow the link for the live scoring. Also, send these guys an email. Simonis Cloth, Aramis Ball. Send these guys an email and let them know how much you appreciate the free live streams coming to you, especially events that are large and huge like this one here. It's definitely Kings of Vapor, the Tap League. Live stream news group on Facebook. Back to the match.
Let's not leave out Lucasi.
Lucasi cues, we'll get to them as we proceed, but Martin's doing 99 and a 60. Racing a 9. Cue ball just comes right down to the short rail. And
He's had 2 dry breaks now in a row.
you know, he breaks a lot harder than this. You know, I'm assuming somewhere down the line, he's going to start.
Something in his break is off because the cue ball is winding up down here below the rack, and you know he doesn't want that. Push out. Martin has the choice now. He can take this shot or give it back. Did the 2-ball help him?
It looks like it.
Yeah. What an outcome. That's a great, couldn't ask for better than that on that shot.
Hit it with the right speed, and the outcome, you're going to get that. And Dan Hewitt doesn't have to like this one right here.
No, but he can come off the rail with 1 ball and hit the 6, and he knows where the 1 ball is going to stay.
Watch the 8.
All he's got to do is control the cue ball.
There's the bump off the 8 and hide behind the 9, the old Agent 99 trick from Maxwell Smart.
Showing your age, son.
Yeah.
If you come out with any Howdy Doody references, I'm really going to get worried about
Definitely have me committed after
yeah.
that.
People at home are going, Howdy Doody? What's he talking about?
What's up there, Pops? Oh, 89 there in the chat. Who's commentating with Upstate Owls? A question in the chat. Hey, Jared, how are you? That's Mr. Jerry Forsythe of AZ Billiards.
If Martin can get started here, he's got the rack. But the 5-ball could make things ugly if he runs into it the wrong way. He wanted a lot better than that. Now the cue ball is going to be moving straight away from the 3-ball if he makes the 2. So why make it? Exactly. If you can't get to the next shot, don't make that one. And
well,
another kick. We haven't seen a missed kick yet. Oh, did I just jinx him? I bet I jinxed him.
No, he's going to kick this right behind the 8-ball, and the cue ball is just going to. He might even slow roll this.
Nope.
He kicked it.
He
Kicked
made
it well.
Kicked it great. Except he did not get a safe. And now Daigle's got an easy path down the other end of the table for the 3. Be really curious if he goes 2 rails for this, back and forth across the table. I can't really see the angle. Oh, he tried to go spin down 1. Is he going to have a shot? Well, it looks to me like he has to play the combo. Yep.
You know, getting back to Martin's break, I mean,
yeah.
He really breaks solid. I mean, definitely high in the 20s.
Oops.
And
that's the problem with combinations. You have to predict the path of 3 balls. And boy, that's tough. However, he can bank as well. And he gets automatic shape on the 4, but if he misses the bank, he sells out the rack.
I'm not sure if he can get around that 5 ball short enough and come in behind the 6 with the cue ball. Or just bank the 3 back down table. Maybe that's what his option is here. See how tall he is? He could almost reach this. He's very tall. If there was the 9 ball wasn't underneath him, he would go for it.
Yeah, it looks like he's just going to send the 3 back down. Or is he feathering off the edge of it? He may be just feathering it. Nope, he's going to send the 3 ball down here. And this is dangerous because you see it's winding up near the 9. He's okay, but that can be a shot that hurts you.
Yeah, if they get any kind of worried or close to a carom. Here we go. I see there's a couple of people in the chat that are saying that the stream looks kind of choppy. Well, we got plenty of bandwidth on this end, and then I see like multiple people saying it's smooth as silk. In any case, what I'm going to do after this match, I will shut it down for a split second, and I'll bring it right back up, and I'll reload it. Just to make sure, I know it.
Often at home, if I just refresh my screen,
Right.
it clears up.
All right, guys, try that. Refresh your screen. I've seen a couple of guys. And see if that helps. Jump partially over this 5 ball.
I think he's going to twist it. Yeah.
That's what he did.
Uh-oh.
Well, we know the 9's not going to go with
No,
the
the
4
9's
there.
not going to go, but the rack is.
But gee whiz.
He's going to run this right out. Unless the 3 ball gets ugly. It can always happen.
I don't know. Do you like playing this combination, or do you like playing the carom into the 4 and controlling it?
I like the combination.
Okay, then you got to watch the cue ball. The 8 ball's going to get large here. Don't put any kind of spin on it.
Yep, just got to play it with speed. Pocket speed. And the 3 ball's okay. So
Perfect.
he's in good shape. One more problem, getting from here back to the center of the table for the 5. 9 ball could alter the effect or the path of the cue ball. Doesn't even touch it. Beautiful shot. Now he's got a great angle to come out 2 rails and be back down on this end of the table for the 6.
Speed is an issue here.
He may go 3, may go into the 2 corner rails and then to the side rail, but we'll see. There's the 2 corners.
That's short. Man, is that short. And it's short and sweet.
Oh, he likes it. He likes it. Sure, he would like to have a hair more angle, but I doubt he's complaining. So Daigle's going to put some distance between he and Hewitt here.
Sure is. So we could both be wrong.
So we can both be wrong.
That's all it is. 3-1 now. We're racing to 9. We're coming to you live from the Turning Stone Casino here in Verona, New York. I'm upstate. In progress. Dan Hewitt, Martin Daigle. 3-1, race to 9. Make sure, guys, and I can't emphasize this enough, AccuStats Make It Happen events coming up November 6th through the 9th. And you could go to their website just in the upper left-hand corner, just like you see it, Accu with a hyphen in between, stats.com, and find out more information. And of course, Martin says, let's get the show on the road and ready to break. So here we go. 3-1. Lost sound on the ad. Okay.
9 ball.
Oh,
He just went.
He
9
got
ball
it.
on the break. And Daigle has just increased his lead, and Mr. Hewitt is in a bit of uh-oh.
Lost sound on this ad, huh? Let's check it out. 1, 2. We do have sound on this ad. Okay. I believe so. That could be our background sound. No, we got audio. The AccuStats make it happen event. Four to 1, folks. Quick rack right there. 9 ball on the break. Thank you, Marty, for the feedback. Appreciate it.
What did Marty have to offer?
Well, he said there was no audio on that aired. I did have to double check it. I like the feedback, whether it be positive or negative. I'm far from a perfectionist. We could only try. Here we go. Martin Daigle set up here. Game 6 leads 4-1 over Mr. Dan Hewitt. And I tell you, he's going to turn this break up, and you can hear it.
Boy, that 1 ball is just not cooperating.
It is break from the box.
He can virtually shoot any ball on the table into a hole except the 1 ball.
It was the AZB ad. AZB ad. What do I have up here for AZB? I'm sorry, Jerry.
Take your time. I'll just watch the match.
We'll get it right yet. AZB ad.
I'm curious what he's going to do with this 1 ball.
You got to be curious what he's going to do with the cue ball right here. He's going to attempt to cut this on the pro side.
Nah. Going for the safe the whole way.
AZB ad.
He's not happy with his speed control.
We got audio there.
He's overrolled quite a few shots now, but he's in the lead, so nothing to complain about. Danny just overrolled his shot. They're both a little heavy on the adrenaline at the moment.
It was the Tawny ad. Okay. You guys got me confused. I'm going through the settings here. Danny's got a little bit of heat on him. He's trailing here 4-1, and he's got on a 50-yard line. This is the time, and he knows he's a seasoned player, where you really got to have self-control and just say, you know what? Let's not get aggressive and play the 2-8 combination. Let's play the 2 ball in that direction and bring the cue ball behind the 3. Just thin cut this if you can. Or he's going up table now. Trying to get up by the 5, I guess. Unless he's really getting aggressive.
If he can put the 2 behind the 9,
That's
he's in
the
good
shot.
shape.
Good shot.
Well, Martin can see it.
ACB tournament turning stone ad. My fault, Al. Sorry, buddy. Okay, so let me check that real quick. All right, Jared, you get the prize. You found the right one. That's the ad that didn't have the audio. Thank you. Appreciate it. Jared in the chat there recently took some private pool lessons from Mr. Strickland.
Is that Jared Clowry?
No, that's not Jared Clowry. No, Jared, I'm sorry, I forget your last name. We are friends on Facebook. Between 5,000 of them, I'm lucky I can remember my name. But a real nice gentleman, shares all the information about pool. He's a member of AZ Billiards, and really one of the forces that we need to keep this word going about tournaments, along with many others. Don't get me wrong, but Jared's right there with us. And that's his last name. Now, don't ask me to pronounce the alphabet.
Hang on, let me look at it.
It's Arosimnia.
Let me get my glasses.
Arosimnia?
Oh, let me get glasses. Arosamina. Arosamina.
Arosamina.
It's an Italian arosamina.
Arosamina.
It's a type of pasta.
And he took some lessons from Mr. Earl Strickland.
Well, he took them from a good guy.
Yeah, he did.
Earl can play a little pool.
That's Steinway Billiards in Astoria, in Queens, New York. That's right. Not only can he play pool, I don't know if you probably had the opportunity to see him give a lesson.
You know, I haven't. I've never watched.
Really?
Never watched her give a lesson.
Well, I'll tell you what. You got a treat.
Oh yeah.
You're in store for a treat when you get a chance.
I
to
heard he's
watch
good. Really good.
Good. He's a rocket scientist dissecting a molecule.
Well, he knows a little bit about the game.
Well, I would say so. Danny Hewitt miscues, and the 3 kicks the 9 and almost sinks it. Anyway, you know what? We love Earl Strickland as much as anybody else, and if you want to get pool lessons from Earl Strickland, $75 an hour, minimum of 2 hours. Call Steinway, see if you can book a lesson with him. You're going to have to get it quick if you want to get him, because right after this, I believe he's going to London with Shane Van Boning for the Worlds.
It's Portsmouth. Portsmouth, England.
England.
I think it's in Portsmouth.
Okay.
And the Moscone Cup this year is not in London. It's in
Blackpool.
Blackpool.
Yeah. Which you'll be heading to, if I'm not mistaken. Is that right?
Yeah, I got to fly into Manchester and then get on a train, so I'll be lost somewhere in Wales by the time the event
Well,
starts.
the good thing is you're in a country where they do speak English. But you'll be right in the arena with the rowdy crowd, as far as I understand.
Oh, it's going to be a very rambunctious Moscone Cup this year.
What are your personal feelings on the young guns coming up here, and Mark Wilson making that decision? Jerry, now I'll put you on the spot.
Well, let's just talk about that while Mr. Daigle wins this rack. Whatever 5 players Mark Wilson chooses, he's got 5 great players. I mean, all those guys can play pool great.
You're absolutely right.
But they have 2 things going against them. Lack of Moscone Cup experience, and it is a different event. They're up against a team that has 15 world championships under its belt, and the American team will have none. And they're in Blackpool, and it's not going to be like they've ever played pool anywhere before. There are going to be people screaming at them. There could be beer bottles flying. You never know.
Well, I like that.
I do too. But
Yeah.
it's going to be, I mean,
Not the beer bottles flying. I mean,
Well,
I like the crowd getting into it and participating.
But to maintain your focus with all that going on around you, because people are moving, they're waving their arms, you know, it's
like being at a basketball game shooting a foul shot.
right, and they got to be ready. I don't know how you can harden yourself to be prepared for that.
Well, they couldn't go to any harder place than the SEAL team's training camp. Does it get any harder than that?
Oh, he almost made the 9-ball again. Yeah, but they weren't playing pool in front of an unfriendly crowd at the SEALs training
Well, I
camp.
don't know. You know, I've seen some of these reality shows where you're like, what it takes to be a Navy SEAL, and
Oh,
these
yeah.
young guns trying to
Yeah.
become a Navy SEAL, and they put them under the gun. I don't know personally if they took these 4 guys and put them in front of these drill sergeants and made them shoot 8 balls or 9 balls into one pocket or not, because those guys could get brutal.
Those SEALs, those guys are amazing. I watched a show on them just the other night, and part of their training is they tie their hands and their feet, so they can't swim, and they put them in a pool, and they have to stay in that pool with their hands and feet tied for an hour and a half.
I saw something
It's called
like that.
drown proofing. Oh man, too much.
You know, it's
Glad they're on our side.
That's why there's only like 1 out of a million or 500,000 that make it. I
Oh,
forget what the
it's a tiny,
astronomical
tiny,
numbers.
it's a tiny percentage.
But on the other hand, from my point of view, putting these young guns up there, and I'm going to compare it to a baseball team, you know, sort of like the Yankees when they had a young team, or any professional team. You're putting guys together, or a team together, whether it be girls or guys, where they can acclimate with each other. They could become a one, You know.
Yeah, the team building that Wilson's doing is very good.
Yeah, you know, it's sort of like teaching a toddler how to start playing the piano, and then all of a sudden, you know, they pick it right up. It becomes a natural where they're basically going to be one team, and they're going to know who to put in the box in the singles and who to put in the...
Daigle just missed a key shot. Now, if boy, Hewitt's not getting any luck.
That all tells right here.
I mean, he can make the 2 in the side, but getting on the 3 is not going to be a piece of cake. And the shot itself is not a piece of cake. I'd play safe, and you know he doesn't want to play safe. He needs to get some balls in the pockets, especially the 9 ball. And like Nick Varner said, you know, you cannot duck your way into a victory. You got to shoot the balls in at some point. Well, that was the problem all along. Too much could happen. Oh, now he's shooting too fast. He's frustrated. He's liable to leave Daigle a shot here. If it gets past the side pocket, he's okay, and it did.
Cue ball on the rail, 3 ball midship, and 9 ball at the top of the table. Do you just try to roll this combination? Not me.
Nah, no way. I wouldn't get near it.
I am not hanging this 9 ball. If I'm going to shoot this combination, I'm firing.
I'm not even going to touch that 9 ball on this shot.
You
I'm going to play safe.
Yeah.
All day long. You know, if the 9 ball were just off the rail another 1/8 of an inch, he could come off the rail with the 3 ball, carry him off the 9, go into the pocket. I see these guys make that shot a lot, but he hasn't got any room.
Well, he does. He got a little bit of room, but you know what? The 9 ball is up on the rail. I think maybe he's a little too far from that pocket. Let's see. Might flatten out.
He's safe all the way. And he missed his safety.
I think Martin's going to be looking at the looks of the 6 ball unless Danny's getting aggressive. He got aggressive. He went right open for the bank, and the banks are open here in Verona, New York. Slow roll this, keep the angle on the 5 to get up for the 6.
Hewitt needs this score. That's the only thing that can stop him, is the pressure of how much he needs this score.
Shot, played the inside window. You don't want to get too far. Good shot. 2 rails, back out for the 7 ball in the side pocket unless he's going to roll it. Probably going to play the 2 rails. I'd like to say hello to Darren Myers there in the chat, tuning in. He knows Pat Fleming real well. Helped Pat occasionally. Boy, oh boy, I tell you what, he's getting bad on his angles and everything, but it looks like he's about to get out and at least put another beat on his side of the scoreboard. But he's having a tough go at it. Boy, oh boy. Most people would cut that back cut into the corner pocket.
Ooh, used the whole pocket, but it goes in. Now he only trails by 3. Martin Daigle leads 5-2, and he's the one racking, so he could be racking for a while if Mr. Hewitt gets on the roll.
Yeah, and you know something, you know, Dan Hewitt plays probably the tempo a little bit under Jason Shore. He's really not playing his tempo. He's shaking his arms a little bit. He might be a little chilly, or he's just loosening up, getting the jitters off his arms. But his tempo, once he gets into rhythm, and I've seen him play Dave Fernandez, and I'm only popping that name out because I happen to stream that from Clifton Park, New York. And he had to beat Dan Fernandez twice in the finals. And before Dan can blink, Dave Fernandez, I'm sorry, before Dave can blink his eyes, one set was over already. And this is it, sudden death set.
Wow.
Blinked his eyes the second time, and it was over. There was really nothing he could do. I mean, he didn't do anything wrong, Dave. He just couldn't get out of the seat.
Well, we have another dry break. This table's starting to break really tough. You know, the first break we had here, 2 balls went in. And it's been tough to make a ball on the break since rack number 2.
You know, these odd diamonds. Now, that match that Danny had with Dave Fernandez in Clifton, that was played on Brunswick or Gandy. I can't remember which one it was. Whether it
Gosh,
was
I haven't
Gandy.
seen a Gandy in years.
Well, this one room is filled with just Gandys.
Wow.
Yeah. It's owned by Tim Berlin, who happens to own 2 rooms. He has another pool room in Amsterdam, which has all diamonds. Beautiful looking pool rooms, both of them. Try to
Now he gets a good save.
There you go. Well, that's the kind of safes that'll get you to win.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
without a doubt.
Yeah, those will win racks for you.
Thank you guys for the kind words in the chat. We usually don't pay attention to the chat that much. Pat Fleming has us under the whip, but we're trying not to, and it's right there in front of us. We appreciate it. This is a tough kick, Jerry, in anybody's book. You know, going one rail.
No, I don't think he can get. I don't think he's got the angle to go one rail.
Well, the rule in the
Oh, you
tournament
mean
is,
off the short rail?
yeah, the rule in this tournament is if you foul a ball, well, he didn't foul it.
He made that hit. Wow.
Well, like you were saying earlier, two games prior to this, they didn't miss a kick yet.
They haven't.
My son was up all night long, and as soon as he comes down, he's running out to the car where I have the AZ Billiards breaker jacket. And he goes, man, it's getting like a meat freezer in here.
I didn't know your son was here.
Yeah, my son is here. Yeah, he came with me, helped me set up. You know, he does that occasionally, gets on the road. I'm trying to set him up with another setup where he can actually go and, because he likes it. He likes learning how to do all the wiring and putting everything together. And
How old is he?
he's 25. I have an older one. Now you're telling everybody my age.
Golly.
Now you're going to tell him I have a warrant out for my arrest. Go ahead.
Have you bought
Tell
your
him.
funeral plot yet?
Yes, in fact.
Have you really?
Yes, we did.
No kidding.
Yes, we did. It's a brand new spot, too.
I love
Nobody's
it.
there.
I love it.
It's right there in the Museum of Natural History.
Yeah. They're going to put me in the La Brea tar pits with the rest of the dinosaurs.
Well, fossils go with fossils.
Fossils,
after
that's
a while.
right.
All right, Mr. Hewitt. I mean, Mr. Daigle. And you know something, I don't see any kind of problems here.
Nah.
He's the one that's been at the table the majority of the time. So he's in almost full punch. I'm not going to say full punch.
He's done a fine job of controlling the game. I mean, I would love to have a way to do stats sometime where we can say a match lasts an hour and a half and say that one player was on the table for 65 minutes and the other was on the table for only 25 minutes, you know.
I'm sure Mr. Fleming has that. If he doesn't, it's somewhere in his records. He's definitely got that program.
Well, Daigle nails another one. Leads our match to 6-2. It's a race to 9.
And we are way ahead of schedule, like you predicted from the opening gate here. It's not even 5 o'clock.
Yeah, we didn't start till after 4.
Yeah. And guys, just to make you aware of it, you'll see the logos on the top of the screen. AZBTV, AZBilliards.com, and NYC Grind. Jerry Tarantola and the crew, Allison Fisher, the editor, and all the help they have from Joe Torres on board for this co-production. And we couldn't have it any better. We hope that you're enjoying it as much as we are here, right here on premises. Come on by and get online, because Jerry Forsythe has accumulated a line of people standing around with cue balls and cue cases to sign. That was a little cheesy, Jerry said.
Just gonna let it slide.
You know, somebody asked me to sign a bunch of cue balls for him, and I was surprised. I said, "You don't want my autograph?" "Yeah, we do." So I signed a couple of them and a couple of cue cases, but I was really shocked because I'm just me.
Yeah.
I'm behind the scenes. I'd rather be behind a curtain. I'd rather not be out front. I don't want these players to know that we're doing this.
I know.
Because sometimes that can play a toll on them.
Sure it can.
Especially the amateurs. You know, I do a lot of amateurs events, and I think the amateurs deserve as much airtime. This looks like it's going to marry up.
This
pretty well close.
Oh boy.
Oh man, is that close? You know, it's a makeable shot. In
Yeah, it sure is. It's far from wired, but it's a makeable shot. But yeah, you got to do it because your cue ball is going to wind up safe. So there's no harm in trying it. Cue ball is going to be over behind the 5. Oh, he thought it was going to be behind the 5.
Swing and a miss. Ooh, that cue ball came to a funny stop.
Sure it did. It looked like it hit a piece of chalk on the table. It just came to dead stop.
Now, because of that, whatever would happen to be on that table, we might not see a kick that's been missed yet. Let's see. This is a tough one, Jerry.
Oh, well, boy. Well, there aren't a whole lot of simple kicks.
Got to escape the 8. Ooh, never mind that. Looked right through the 2 ball like it wasn't there. And I've done that.
Oh, yeah.
Look right through the ball.
You're always so surprised. Where did that ball come from? But Hewitt could use a break today.
These guys in the chat, they said they're going to take the cue balls and throw them through windows, Al. Very good friends with Mr. Tony Robles, the New Jersey pool player out there.
Oh, boy.
He's trying to loosen up his stroke. He knows he's not in it.
Did you notice that shot was kind of dead? There wasn't any life in the cue ball.
Well,
to me, that means he was gripping the cue stick too hard when he shot it. He made it. God,
what a shot. What a shot. See, Danny's got to let his stroke out right now. We all know he plays better than this, and he's trying his best to do so. And with the sinking of this 9 ball, it's showing it 6-3 now. He's telling Martin, you know what? I'm a pool player, and I'm sure Martin knows it, but Dan wants to let him know that I'm here. 6-3 now in this race to 9. Now the ads has audio. We're coming to you live from the Turning Stone Casino in Verona, New York. I'm Upstate Al, sitting in the booth alongside the legendary Jerry Forsythe of ACBilliards.com.
Let's stop with the legendary. Okay?
Folks,
I'm old enough.
He's not going to be able to escape the casino. The doors are not wide enough. He's heard them all. Right back to the match. 6-3. Game 10.
Will anything go on the break?
Yeah.
No.
Well,
it's dry.
I was going to say the 2 ball the way it was rolling, but
this time Martin's got a shot on the 1.
And nothing on the rail, and every ball has a pocket. This could be trouble. Then again, it could be a blessing from Mr. Hewitt because now he has a shot at clean shot at the 1. And there's Mr. Powerful in the chat. Daniel Bush himself. Streams on the West Coast.
Hey, Daniel. Well, this is when you would like for jump cues to be legal, but they are not at Turning Stone.
If you're wondering who said hi, yes, that was Jerry Forsythe. Daniel sitting here, waving a hand.
Oh, you're
Look
kidding
at this.
me.
Look at this. Look at this,
This
folks.
will be a fantastic masse if he can pull this off. What a shot this would be.
Oh, he's going to hit it. He made a good hit, no matter what.
Yeah.
Wow. See, this is very.
This is not like
No, not at all. Dan Hewitt.
Dan at all. Yeah, this is, he's just shell-shocked a little bit.
And like you said, he did win that event
He
down
won-
in Atlantic City.
Yeah, he won the Ultimate 10-Ball Challenge.
Yeah.
Beat, who did he beat in the finals? I think it was Rimpey.
Was it Jimmy?
I'm not sure. I could
Don't
certainly
ask
be
me what I
wrong.
had for breakfast.
I'll have to go look up my records and find out.
Taken out. Oh, just moving the 2 away from the 2-9 combination and giving Martin ball in hand.
Well, the problem comes when he gets to the 4-ball.
Well, the 4 in the upper left-hand corner is the shot,
Oh yeah, it's got a pocket.
but now he's
But
so straight on the
doesn't-
3.
He doesn't have much angle to work with.
Now he's shot straight on the 3 ball. If he can spin it up table, he can shoot the 4 in the bottom corner. If he can get enough spin and get on top of the 4. That's
Boy,
what it
he
looks
is
like he's going to
loading
do.
it up, and that's dangerous when the 3-ball hits that pocket. Yep, just like that. When you
But
put
he's
that
gonna-
much spin,
He's going to come out sweet here.
yeah, he's not terribly unhappy. No gap.
And this is what happens when you're leading in the match and you're trailing in the match and your opponent misses a ball and you're faced with this. You got to fade it. You got to fade it. I don't like snaking this cue ball and trying to masse this around the 8 at all.
No.
I like going what we call the +2 system and coming out of the top right-hand corner short.
Yeah, he's trying it. He's been trying to spin around this ball. And he made a good hit.
He spun it between the 7-8. I had to take my eye off the
Yeah,
shot.
he did. And he made a
Wow.
good hit. But now look what he's left Daigle. Now that 4-6-7 isn't a problem at all. Everything's clean now.
He's going to hold the cue ball, go 1 rail, 4 ball in the corner, 5 ball in the bottom right-hand corner, and then he's got to get on top. He's got to make sure he gets the angle on the 5 to get on top for the 6 in the side pocket. So he's going to have to draw it back to get the angle. I'd like to say hello to Mr. Larry Ross out there. Now, did he get the angle that he needs to get back up on top?
Well, he's got a couple of options here. If he doesn't, he can just draw back down to that end of the table and play the 6 into the side.
Right?
Or into this corner up here. He's got a few options. But I think he can get it for the side.
He's kind of straight. He wants to really power this and punch the cue ball to the rail and back up. And the way he pointed his stick, it looks like he might come to the short side of the 6-ball.
That would really surprise me if he did.
This would be pinpoint position if he does accomplish it.
Yeah.
You can hear him laugh. Guys, right after this match, I'm going to refresh the whole stream here, and I'm going to go through the settings, and I'm going to check it out because I see a couple of people might be having problems. I just wanted to go through all the settings. It'll take me a few minutes.
The first missed kick that I remember.
Excuse me. Not choppy there at all? Yeah, I'm getting a couple of people only. I don't know if it's what it's due to, but I'm going to definitely check in it. I'll check on it, and it's only going to take us a couple of seconds, and I'll be right back up. Plus, we're going to have probably plenty of time before the 6 o'clock match. And if you're wondering what's coming up, Johnny Archer versus Mike Andrews next, 6 p.m.
And Mr. Hewitt puts another bead on his side of the score. He's only trailing now by 2 games. And he's certainly capable of running a couple of racks. This could get close again.
There you have it, folks. Lacassi Q's, Lacassi Hybrid Custom Q's. You see the world champion on board right there, Mr. Torsten Holman. Another sponsor jumping on board to make this possible. Back to the match. 6-4. Dan Hewitt set the break. Turns it up a little bit. Needs the shot on the 1. He's got a cut shot, but he's going to have to bump the 2 and hope not to get in a position where he can't pocket it. If he could bump it past the 4 just a little bit, he's got to make sure he controls the rock, which is the cue ball, so he has the shot on the 2 in the, either in the side or in the corner. If he can get that 2 ball to deflect off the 4, in other words, and come down table just a little bit. He's got to control the rock. Well, deflected off the 4, and he's got the side pocket.
Yeah, he's good.
A lot easier than what I thought. I thought he would add more of an angle. Yeah, I'm getting all kind of looks and sounds good, running smooth as silk. I'm getting, you know, but when a couple of people are having problems, I want to satisfy everybody if I can. So it's only going to take us a couple of minutes. We'll have plenty of time before the 6 o'clock match, and we'll be right back at you.
And they don't have to do anything but stay on the screen. It'll come back to them. They don't have to reload their
Sometimes hitting the play button on your viewer on Ustream, because Ustream's doing a lot of things with their interface lately. If you hit the pause button just on the viewer and then elect to hit the play again, that might help in some predicaments. You know, where you don't know what's going on with the platform there. Dan Hewitt, once again, he's on the wrong side of the 6 ball. You want it to come down lower, but nevertheless, he can go 3 rails, back out for the 8, or play reverse. His decision goes 3 rails. Come with it, he says. He says, I either come with it here or I don't come with it at all. And if he can come with it here, he's going to pull within 1.
And be breaking.
Never mind if he can come with it.
Golly.
We know he can.
6-5. Wow.
Well,
coming back.
We're not wrong yet.
No, not yet.
We predicted that Dan Hewitt might win this one, and the other prediction was it might go hill. So we're batting 500.
We're doing okay right now.
Pretty good. There you have it, the TAP League, the best amateur league in North America, along with Simonis Cloth and Aramis Bowles jumping on board. Man, are we happy to have these guys on board. It doesn't get any better than this, and Dan Hewitt says it's going to get a lot better, and he wants to put another beat up quick. The 3, Nothing drops. A lot of noise. He can't catch a break. Both players electing to turn the speed up a little bit, trying to find that sweet spot. And between the 11 games that they played, haven't found it yet.
Oh, he is very upset. He came too far across the table to be able to make the contact on the 2 he wanted. So now he has got to play safe or play risk. Boy, if he could just see enough of that ball to hit it full, he could send it 3 rails and leave the cue ball there behind the 5. But I don't think he's got enough ball to do that.
Just a quick update from Dana Shore. Dana Shore, is that his last name?
No. I'm going to let you suffer after what you've done.
Don't embarrass me.
I'm going to let you suffer.
All right. In any case, a quick update from Dana, the tournament director. Warden Epson. Now, I actually streamed this player once before. He just beat Sean Wilkie 9-3, if I'm not mistaken. He plays at the room I just mentioned in Clifton Park called Trick Shots. That's where I did stream this match from. And he is a 2014 AAA National Arm Wrestling Champion. Just beat Sean Wilkie 9-3. I mean, that's got to tell you something.
Well, I think he told Sean when they started that match that I'm going to win this match.
What a player. I mean, you can't just... You can't just beat Sean Wilkie 9-3 and
No,
not
you
shoot.
can't. Sean's a great player.
AAA National Arm Wrestling Champion. All right, back to the match at hand.
Nothing easy about this. I mean, the 3 ball is not the worst shot you've ever faced, but getting on the 4.
Well, if he's got any kind of snooker background, he's cutting it right in. He's just going to float up table and still be at the table and have a shot to play safe.
Nah.
Good shot. Uh-oh.
Boy, his safes just are not being nice to him at all today. Oh, Danny.
This isn't Danny.
This is not Danny.
Danny did not show up at this match, but he's still in it. He is still in it.
Well, that makes it easy to get to the 4 ball. Still got to worry about getting back down table for the 5 after that. This is a tricky little layout. What's left here?
Held the cue ball with some inside stuff.
Once you get the 5 ball, the 6 ball doesn't look to me like it passes the 7 down into the corner. So what do you do with it?
You get up above it if you can get past the 5. You get up above the 6 and shoot that right into the side pocket. But from here, ooh, you're nudging this 9 ball. Now it's going to send the cue ball in that direction towards the short left-hand side of the bottom rail. He's just going to play safe. That's what it looks like here.
I never thought we'd see this much defensive play in this game, but it's just the way the tables have been setting up. They've been setting up for safety play, not for offensive runouts.
Second kick that we saw missed in this match.
And this should be enough to bring us to a tie match. Only thing, I wish he'd look at that 6 ball again. He thinks it passes the 7.
No, he's going to go up above. He's going to play it in the side pocket is what he's going to do.
Oh, okay.
He's going to punch the cue ball up above a little
I
bit.
like that.
Or he's going to roll it, whatever he wants to do.
I wouldn't play it in the side. I'd play it in this upper corner. I mean, this lower corner, but whatever he wants to do is fine with me.
His option now.
Yeah. And it doesn't matter. He can get great shape either way. Two balls away from a tie match.
Yeah, possible he'll. We're racing to 9 though, and this has every ingredient of it.
Yes, it does. We're tied.
66th Street, folks, going uptown.
We only have a race to 3 left. This is when every shot becomes so important.
Don't get
I don't know.
okay. I know what I did.
Do you?
Yeah.
It's a good thing.
Don't forget, this is going to be our 8 o'clock match. Danny broke. This time, balls are just running around the pockets, jumping in holes like rabbits, including
one of them was the 9 ball. So
moving along very nicely here.
that's the first lead of the match that Dan's had, isn't it?
Yes, it is.
Comes at a good time.
Yeah, towards the end of the set, absolutely. You know, it's downhill from here.
I don't know about you, but when I'm playing pool, if I'm ahead of somebody and they start coming back on me, it always seems like momentum just gets up and changes chairs. It leaves me and goes to them.
Look at the balls are jumping in every place now.
Yeah. And he's got, well,
He's taking the
he
shot.
can see the one. I'm not going to say he's got a great shot on the one, but he can see it.
Now
And it can be made.
The problem is the 3 balls right
3
there.
balls the next ball, and that's the one he's got to get to.
He took the safety instead. Smart. 5 balls going to become huge, and it looks like the tide has changed, like you were just saying. And I'm sure that's what Martin's feeling.
He's going to run into something. Oh, that's smart. But did he leave him a gap again?
Yeah, I believe he left him just part of the 1 ball. You could definitely see some paint of it. Danny wanted to cut off all angles and get him trapped up behind there. Look at the 5, the orange crush.
There it is. Right, parked right behind him. Well, this is quite an opportunity for Mr. Daigle now. He can come screaming back into this match. Not that he's out of it now, but I mean, he can really take advantage of this situation.
Well, you know, he's seasoned. He's not going to let that score affect him in any way, but...
Oh, boy. Did the 8 get in the way of him? I think it did. Can he make it by going rail first? Because that would send him down table for the 4. See what he has to do. Oh, no, he could see it. Okay.
He could see enough of it to play safe and try to pin the cue ball behind the 9. That's what he's going to attempt to do. Unless he has a vision for...
Nah, he can't go for this and get shape on the 5. I mean, he can. It's possible, but...
I don't like spinning it that far distance.
I don't like the odds.
No. He's just going to try to plant the cue ball behind the 9, I believe.
Yeah. That's the smart shot. But he didn't get behind the 9.
Watch the point.
Ooh. That will be game Hewitt.
Oh, listen to Mr. Forsythe call this one from here.
Well, you want to bet?
No, sir, especially with you. I lose a Coke every time I bet with you. Don't ever bet a Coke or a coffee with Jerry Forsythe, because you will lose. And it looks like Martin's going to lose this grudge match game that they were just into, kicking the...
This is going to put Hewitt on the hill after he was down in a hole.
Yeah. At one time he was trailing 5-1.
Yeah.
If I'm not mistaken. And now looking to go to the hill. Oh, I put the score up there already, didn't I? Boy, I hope I didn't jinx him.
I do too.
Well, I'm going under your supervision. You said he's running out.
He'll make the shot, but will he scratch?
There you go.
Oh, he's okay.
8-6.
Dan is breaking in what this will be his last break shot of the match. So Martin, well, think about it.
Did you figure that out on your own?
Hey,
I'm very proud of you. No matter what anybody says about you from now on, I am.
I'm
definitely going to put the hammer on him.
Don't start with me.
Boy, it's a good thing Mr. Fleming's not here, because he would have had some smart aleck remarks in the background.
You see the Italian over there in the black suit?
Yes, I do.
He's a friend.
We got a couple of guys sitting downstairs waiting to see us all.
Yeah.
Here we go. Dan Hewitt at the table. He is on the hill. Martin Daigle standing up instead of sitting down in his seat.
Which is
Off to
against the
side.
rules.
Yes. You see,
You know,
Martin is standing right there in front
Really,
of
if I were Danny, I'd walk over and say, Martin, I love you.
Right
Please,
in his corner.
Please sit down.
Right in his corner, nevertheless. And Danny pays no attention to it. And Martin is still standing there out of his seat.
I think he's practicing the handshake.
As you can see, the crowd alongside the rail here has come down this way.
I can't believe he's going to lose this match after the lead he had. I mean, it's not over yet. He's still got to get on that 6 ball, but if Dan gets on that 6 ball, it's over.
I got news for you. Don't count Martin out by far.
I'm going to start counting.
Well, I'm not talking out of here. I'm saying he's going to move over to the B side.
Oh, yeah, and then he'll march through
He's
that
dangerous.
B-side.
He's dangerous.
Absolutely.
And when you're on the B side, he gets super dangerous. And Martin Daigle says, well, that's enough, Dan. You got it. So there we have our first match in the books.
But we got another great one coming up for you at 6 o'clock.
We sure do. 6 o'clock match coming up, folks. Stay tuned. We're going to shut it down. I'm going to refresh to see if we can please everybody. Next match, Johnny Archer versus Mike Andrews, the Scorpion, on board.
See you guys soon.
Thank you. We'll be right back.